Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood soup lady, Caroline here, and I'm gonna show you a really fun summer soup that is just like celebrates the bounty of the garden. I call it my Alabama summer soup because I spend a lot of time in Alabama. That's where my in-laws are from and my husband is from. So I can't wait to show you some of my favorite flavors that I use while I'm there at the farmer's market. Really easy. It starts with a base of summer onion. If I was in the South, I'd use a Vidalia, but here in Washington, I'd use a Walla Walla. Some carrots, celery, and a little bit of garlic and a red bell pepper. And you do something really cool with this pound of Roma tomatoes. You really could use any tomato that you want. If you've got something in the backyard, that's great too. And then it has a cup of black-eyed peas that I've soaked overnight and a whole small bunch of mustard greens that I kind of take out the stems and tear it into large chunks. And then at the end, it's finished with some summer squash and some fresh okra that's been sliced up. I can't wait to show you how I make it. But before we get started, I want to show you how the tomato thing worked. Whoop, whoop. It is so easy, but I just wanted to show you. So all you do is literally on the coarse side of a box grater, the kind that you might use like cheddar cheese or something like that for, you just pass it over that and then you compost these skins. It's a nice fun way to get the fresh tomato flavor, but without having to like blanch the tomatoes. It's a simple way to do it. And so you do that to the whole pound. Okay, so to this hot pan, I'm gonna add some olive oil. And then I'm going to add all of that flavor base I was telling you about, the summer onion, the carrots, the celery, and the bell pepper. And they just go into this hot pan. We season it with some salt and pepper. I don't always use pepper, but this soup, I think it takes pepper well. So there we go, a little pepper and some salt. And we just sweat all of those veggies together for a lovely flavor base. So now I can show you, this is all of that tomato that I cut in half and grated on that coarse grater. So we just saute this until the onion is nice and soft and all the veggies are nice and tender and they'll be really glossy and flavorful. I forgot to add the garlic, so I'm gonna add it now. That goes in the flavor base, just one clove. Okay, so now we can see that our veggies are nice and sauteed, glossy. The onion's a little bit translucent, that's what we're looking for. So now we can add the rest of our ingredients. We've got that bunch of mustard greens that I took, stripped off of the stems and tore into pieces. Delicious, kind of spicy. It really tastes like the South to me. And then we have that cup of black-eyed peas that I soaked overnight. That's actually all that goes in right now, along with our water and salt and pepper, of course. So here we go. We wait to add that grated tomato and, that was very messy. Wait to add that grated tomato and the squash and the okra till the end. The squash and the okra, it's so that they stay nice and crisp. And the tomato is just because I want that kind of like fresh, like raw sort of tomato flavor. But what I'm gonna do now is just season this with salt. And a little bit of pepper. And I'm gonna bring it to a boil and reduce it to a simmer until those black-eyed peas are cooked. So you'll know it's done when those black-eyed peas are tender, and then you add the rest of your ingredients. Okay, so this has been simmering for about an hour. The peas are nice and tender, and now I'm going to add the okra. It's just like about 6 okra, so just like a small handful. And if you hate okra, I don't really know what to tell you. I think it's delicious in this soup, but it might not be for everyone. You could use green beans instead. And this is those 2 squash, those yellow squash. You could use zucchini instead if that's your preference. But yellow squash is really says my in-laws to me because, they use a lot of it. All right, so we just stir those in. And then I'll add this tomato. And we just simmer it for about 5 minutes, just so that those different veggies get tender. Okay, so now we're done. This has been simmering and I can tell that these veggies are nice, still crisp because, you know, they haven't collapsed on their edges. And we've got bright green okra and beautiful, beautiful soup, and those tomatoes. It's just delicious. I'm so excited to try it. Oh, and what we do to finish it, this is my favorite part, and it's definitely something that can't be skipped. You can use, this is Tabasco. You can use like pepper sauce is what they would use in the South, which is just like peppers in vinegar essentially. And that's delightful too. But so that's what you would add now at the end. And it's really to taste. I start with half a teaspoon, but I go for a lot more than that. And I put the bottle on the table. This is also lovely served over rice too. Let's make a bowl. Yum. So it's just like a really delicious vegetable soup with Southern flair. That's so good. You know, I didn't taste it when it was in there, but you just add more salt and pepper if you want. This is perfect. It didn't need anything. I'm so excited. Yum. That was my Alabama summer soup, which is on page 107 of my Soup Club cookbook. You can find this book out in the world, and when you do, just email me and I'll send you a signed book plate so it has it's personalized to you. And I'm so glad that you join me here with all of my favorite soups every week of Soup Club season. And you can follow me on Instagram at Slurp Soup Club, and here on YouTube every week, every Sunday, there's a new recipe. And I look forward to seeing you out in the world. Thanks for leaving your comments and subscribing and liking. See you next time.